Alright, so what makes a fragrance a 10 out of 10? Like a 10 out of 10? And I'm giving you 10 of them? I'm about to tell you exactly what makes a fragrance a 10 out of 10. Stay tuned. Hey, what's up, LSF fam? Welcome to Lee Style and Whoa! Whoa!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright, guys. I'm alright. Don't worry about it. I talk about men's style, fragrance, grooming, some vlogs here and there, and I throw a dash of confidence at you. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification too. Let's hang out. Come on. Alright, so right before I hop into this list of 10, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not putting it in any specific order. You guys can fight me, I'm not doing it. This is hard enough coming out with this list. But basically, I feel like what makes a fragrance a 10 out of 10 is a number of factors. I feel like performance has to be one of them. Projection, how unique it is, how versatile it is, compliment factor, like all of those things play a part. Man, even the bottle plays a part. But at the end of the day, as long as the juice is A1, I really don't care what the bottle is looking like. So without further ado, let's get to the top 10. Here, let me start on the first one. You got Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Now, Tom Ford Noir Extreme is one of my favorite fragrances ever. It's just so sexy. It's just so masculine. It's long lasting. Like, it's just so good. It's a compliment beast. Perfect date night scent. Absolutely love it. Definitely one of my favorite Tom Fords ever. Number 10 spot, you got Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Number 9, you have a fragrance that's been buzzing lately in the fragrance community. Everybody that's tried it, I've heard nothing but good. I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about this fragrance because it's really hard to. Like, this fragrance is fire, and I'm talking about Coco Moon by Beach Geeza. This is one of my favorite fragrances ever. This is definitely a 10 out of 10. Compliment monster, crazy on the projections. It's just coconut, it's citruses, it's pineapple. Like, I absolutely love this fragrance. It's just so good. And they just recently came out with that ml bottle. Oh my gosh. If it wasn't for the 3 backup bottles I already have, I would have bought the 100 ml. So what I think I'm going to do is, you can never have enough of good juice. So I'm going to pull the trigger on the 100 ml very soon. My number 9 spot, you got Beach Geeza's Coco Moon. Number 8, you got another new release, but it is So Cafe by Chris Classic. This is just so good, so masculine. It has a really nice coffee note in it, and it's really sweet. It's really long lasting. It's just grown, man. It's sexy. This is definitely a 10 out of 10 in my book. But we have So Cafe by Mr. Chris Classic. Number 7 spot, we got currently my favorite fragrance that I own. Let me say that I own. Favorite fragrance that I own. But it is African Leather by MEMO Paris. This fragrance is so sexy, so seductive. And what I love about this fragrance is I've had so many people that know me. Like, I'm the fragrance guy, and you know, they know I always smell good, and they never even talk about my fragrances. But this is the one fragrance that those people that never even speak to me or even compliment me, this is the fragrance that got them to say something to me. That tells you something. By African Leather by MEMO Paris, number 7 spot. Number 6 spot, this was my baby for a long time, and it still is. And it's definitely still my favorite fragrance by the House of Maison Margiela. And if you guys know me, you already know what it is, but it is Jazz Club. Man, Jazz Club is just so sexy. You got tobacco, you got vanilla. Like, this fragrance lasts all day. It's just so good on so many levels. Compliment beast, great for cutting through the weather, great date night scent. I could go on and on about this fragrance, and I also have a full review, so you guys make sure you check it out. But number 6 spot, you got Jazz Club by Maison Margiela. Alright, number 5. You know, at this point I usually yell top 5, but that doesn't exist in this because they're all 10 out of 10s. So starting at the number 5 spot, we got YSL Tuxedo. Now, Listen, YSL Tuxedo, I can easily say this is the best fragrance that YSL ever made. I don't care what you guys say. Yes, it's better than La Nuit de l'Homme. This juice right here is legendary, and that is why Cuba talks about it so much. This is just so sexy. It has patchouli in it, and to me it actually smells like it has cardamom in it as well, because it comes off really sweet, but it actually doesn't. But this is just so smooth, so long lasting. This is another fragrance like African Leather that I got people that don't even speak to me to notice me and compliment me and just ask me like, what are you wearing? Like this, 10 out of 10, no doubt. So number 5 spot, YSL Tuxedo. Number 4, we have Grand Soir by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This is no doubt my favorite Maison Francis Kurkdjian fragrance ever. Yes, I do like this more than Baccarat Rouge 540. Even though that one is really hot too, but Grand Soir is just amazing. And when it comes to performance, this is beast mode. Like this lasts all day, and it just smells so good. You have benzoin, vanilla, tonka. So it's just super sweet, great for dates, great for any occasion. Like I absolutely love this fragrance. Grand Soir coming at the number 4 spot. Now, number 3, this is gonna be like, I know this is supposed to be 10 fragrances, but it's technically gonna be 11. I don't care how you guys feel about that, but we have 2 Chanels, and they happen to be my favorite Chanels. It's Allure Homme Sport Extreme, and it is Edition Blanche. I couldn't really pick between those two, so I'll just put both of them in there. They're both very amazing. Allure Homme Extreme just has so much depth to it. It has great performance, great on the compliment side. You can wear this all year round, so it's super versatile. And Allure and Edition Blanche, like I feel like it's talked about, but it's not talked about or praised enough. Man, this is lemon meringue pie. It's just so sexy, so seductive. And it has a decent performance, but it's just so unique, so different, and I absolutely love it. So you got the Chanel Kings for the number 3 spot. All right, number 2, we have another new release. It is by the House of Andy Tower, and it is Des Alpes. Des Alpes is just one of the sexiest fragrances I've ever smelled, and I fell in love at first sniff, and I knew I just had to have it. In a way, it reminded me of a Creed fragrance, but it smelled a lot better than this Creed fragrance. And I'm not going to tell you guys what it is because I have a full review on it, so you guys go check it out. But this is definitely a 10 out of 10 in my books. Great in the performance, great in all the other categories I just mentioned. And this is just James Bond. This is the James Bond of all these fragrances that I have on this list. Like, super amazing. And I know I said this isn't in any order, but if it was and I had one number 1 that I had to pick out of all of these, it'd actually be the one that I'm about to mention right now. And it is a Frédéric Malle fragrance. It is one of their newest releases, and it is called Promise. I love this fragrance so much that this is gonna sound crazy. I will pick this fragrance over Portrait of a Lady. And I love Portrait of a Lady. But the reason why Portrait of a Lady did not make this list, and that is definitely an honorable mention, it is because of Promise. Promise has a bunch of different roses, just like Portrait of a Lady does. It has some incense, just like Portrait of a Lady has, but they smell nothing alike. Like, you can kind of get that DNA because it's a Frédéric Malle fragrance. Like, they in a way, they almost smell similar. But Promise, to me, just takes you on a whole different journey. When it comes to performance, projection, beast mode, this thing lasts all day. Compliment department, oh my goodness. This is, well, there's only one other fragrance that I could say that I've received just as much compliments with, and that was Candy Oud. But man, this is an amazing, amazing fragrance. I'm curious to know what your top 10 out of 10 fragrances look like. I know some people don't even believe 10 out of 10 fragrances exist, but these are definitely my top 10, and I'm curious to know your top 10. Let me know down below in the comments. Don't forget to Smell stylish. Don't forget to follow me if you guys aren't following me already. Instagram, Twitter. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe. Short, dark, and handsome gang, LSF fam. Love you guys. See you next time. Peace.